Go on. Hello. Can I hear you? I want to see if I can hear you guys. Natalie, good to see you.
Hi.
Gary there as well. Yep, there's Gary. Hi, hi. Sorry,
We're
I
not
should
too
look here,
racist.
not over there. Who's there? Morgan. Nice and early for you, Morgan. What time is it there? Can we hear you, Morgan? Can you guys hear me? Yes. Great.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, there we go. Sorry. Just people are right. Hey, Nucket's here as well. Black Honey Girl. Hi. I wish I could see them more clearly. Can we do it in a layout where I can see them more clearly? Tiled, yes. There we go. And then slider. You can use the slider. No? I see. So just allow for 16. Perfect. Okay, great. So it might be a very small group today because obviously we put the invite out to lots of people, but Christmas time, I think people are either Christmas shopping or Christmas churching or who knows what. But it's going to be a small group today, and it's okay. I like the intimacy, but let's get more interactive today, and we'll sort of let you guys take turns, maybe leading the processions or certainly taking charge for a while so we can rotate and see, how each of you kind of takes charge of the cupping session, so to speak, because that's something we can do here with a smaller group, I think. I've got 4 lined up ready, but nothing ground yet ready, so hopefully nothing's ready. Nucket's in a new apartment. Check it out. Wow. It looks really cool there. Yeah. Really nice. And I don't know if any of you know that this month's design is a little guy called Pedro. He's a skeleton. The fire-breathing guy is designed by Nucket himself. What are you pointing at? There we go. Right, there he is, Pedro. Right. So I think it's your best design, Nucket, personally. So,
Look what she's doing.
What's she got there? That's an excellent spoon. Excellent spoon. Now she'll be able to measure her sips. Incredibly useful stuff. So, Christmas spice. I think you understand what that means, right? It's not pepper. It's not chili. It's not, spices that are hot spices. It's sweet spices. And, hey, Rudy. Excellent. Hi, Rudy. Good to see you. Well, good to see you with us. You can use your camera. You don't have to. That's up to you. Ah, yes. Brilliant. Great. Now we've got a good session going. So this month it's going to be a bit less people, Rudy, but that's all right, yeah? Just probably the 6 of us, maybe 7 or 8 people this month. But I prefer it this way. But I want you guys to be more interactive. Remember, this isn't YouTube. So if I'm not saying anything for a while, then one of you can take over and tell us what you're tasting or what you're doing. And I think we'll have a more fun session that way as well. It'll start to feel like we're all in the same room. Okay, so if you don't know how to do the cupping, I have to explain it because this will go out on YouTube as well. The basic principles of the cupping are that you get 4 cups the same, but they don't have to be the same size. You're just going to put the same amount of water in them. You're going to grind it the same. And the grind setting is pretty fine because you want to extract as much flavor as possible. No paper filtering involved. So you make sure you've got enough water to fill up 4 cups equally. 12 to 200 is standard. Then you're going to let it steep. So you just fill up the coffee, wait for about 10 minutes. Then you spoon everything out. It's on the surface. You break the crust. You let some sink. Spoon the rest out. Then you wait a bit more. Then you taste the coffee. I've probably explained it really badly, but we'll go through it step by step. So shall we get grinding, or have I missed anything out?
No.
Let's get grinding. Let's get that part out of the way, because I haven't had much coffee today, and I know that in coffee cuppings, a lot of people slurp and spit into their cups. I don't. I'm going to drink this stuff, and probably by the end of the session be incredibly caffeinated. But so what? I haven't had any coffee today. Okay, let's get grinding. Oh, thank you. I'll stay here. Aiko will grind. So,
Comandante, it's like 22 to 24.
yeah, what grinders do you all have? Rudy, what have you got? I can't hear you, Rudy. Rudy, testing 1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
I've got a wheel for uniform.
Ooh, Wilfer uniform, eh? Do you know the grind setting you use? Can you share with us what grind setting you use? Rudy?
Yeah.
What grind setting are you going to use on the Wilfer?
22 right now. That's what we've used in the
22.
past. Yeah.
So that's interesting. Wilfer are using the same numbers as Comandante hand grinder, is that right?
I'm not sure. That's
Interesting, because it's about 20.
It's 1 to 40 this.
Sorry?
1 till 40 this.
1 till 40. Well, I don't know how many clicks there are on a Comandante, but I do know that you use about 20, 22 clicks to create a medium grind. So, interesting. It might be similar.
Tim, can
Yes,
I just
Natalie.
ask a question?
Of course.
Gary has a new birthday present, which is a Comandante
Wow.
Hey.
There
from
you go.
me. So I kind of get the benefit too. But what number should we be grinding on this?
I've been I've been doing 27.
Okay,
Pretty
you want to
good.
go finer? I would say about 22, maybe 21, 22 clicks. Yeah.
Okay, 22.
Yeah.
Medium fine, which is about between 20 and 22. It's just your personal preference how fine. Some people like that extra extraction, so they go even finer. But it might end up being too fine for some people, and then it gets a bit sour. So try 21 or 22, I would say. Brian McDonald, welcome. Great to see you joining us. We have a nice group here today. You can use your camera if you want. You don't have to. But you've obviously, because we're in Google Meet, it's more conversational. And it's good to see how everybody has their coffees laid out. We have begun grinding. So do get grinding, Brian, if you can hear me. And
Yep. And
excellent.
hey Tim, how much coffee did you say to grind? I think I have walked out.
Okay, the setting on your grinder, do you want to know?
No. How much coffee?
12 grams in each cup
12.
is a good amount. You can
Thank
use
you.
10 grams though. Oh, you've got 4 bags, Morgan. So go for it, 12 grams. It's just that some people have the sample bags and I don't like them to run out of coffee. So, Jonathan Vanderbroek. I'm grinding at 25 clicks on the Comandante, a bit coarser now. Whoa, why 25 clicks, Jonathan? That's a bit unusual. And why can't I see him? Is he there?
He's there.
Oh, there you are, Jonathan. I'm sorry, you're hidden behind my camera tripod. Have you got your Comandante that you won?
Well, I'm trying 25 because I always did 22, 23, and I want to see if there is a difference.
Okay. So you're using today's cupping as an experiment with a slightly coarser grind. Brilliant. Well, I look forward to hearing your results at the end of this session. Cool. Okay, Aiko's ground up the coffee. As you may notice, I'm using special cupping bowls today. And if you like these cupping bowls, they are available on our store. They are the official Right Roast cupping bowls. So they have the four colors on them. And you'll never get your coffees mixed up ever again with these fantastic cupping bowls. I can't help but have a cheesy salesman voice whenever I start selling stuff. So if you've seen my commercial, if you see my ad for the cupping spoon, it's just the only way I know how to advertise is in 1950s infomercial style. For some reason.
Hey,
I wasn't even born in the 50s, so go figure.
It works.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been working for 60 years.
So Natalie gifted the Comandante. Excellent. It's really, really great. It's just the best upgrade to your coffee experience. Because
Yeah,
you think
I was
about
really
it.
pleased. I was so pleased that I then caught COVID. That's how pleased I
Oh
was.
no.
I'm currently self-isolating, so this is a real treat.
I see. So you get, it's going to be nothing but Zoom events for you. Brilliant. So many comandantes I can see. From my point of view, I'm seeing everybody using a comandante except Rudy in the middle and Brian, who has his camera off. So it's a comandante party today. Where's your cat, Nugget? Nugget has a cat that she has she calls, I think she calls him Cat or something. I won't say the other name, but she calls him. Mark Zieger's here. Excellent.
I just grind 20 everything, just 22 this coffee collective anaerobic nutrient. Just 22 this other 20.
Well, okay, I'm not going to say that I'm a fan of that because you're grinding two different settings. And the idea is to make everything equal. It's like a cupping is more about, if everything is in the same way, then no variation in your mind matters, only your taste buds. But the fact that you're grinding Coffee Collective differently to the others is not the official way to do cupping. Come on, it's got to be all the same.
And I'm going to use third wave water. I'm sorry.
Okay. Nugget, you do things your way. That's fine. Good to see you, Brian. If you want us to see an even better shot, you can put it on the horizontal, because right now on here, everything's, yes, there we go. And tilt down just a little bit so we can see your cupping bowls.
Yes, you can tell it's my first time,
Okay, no worries. Where are you based, Brian?
Out of DC.
DC?
Washington, DC. So I benefited from your expedited shipping. So.
Yeah, the express shipping worked amazingly this time.
Yeah. It's faster than my my mail from my the holiday cards from my family.
Really? Wow. Go express shipping.
I know, right?
Cool. So I'm ground. Is everybody else ready? Just let me know when everybody's ground. Yep, there's one. I can see Morgan still grinding. Yeah, hand grinding. It's going to take a while. Don't worry. Enjoy it. Take your time. If I'm not saying anything, other people just ask or talk. It's all good.
Mark is the winner last month.
Mark is our winner. Mark Zieger. We can't see you, Mark. Congratulations, last month's winner, Mark. This time we have got another giveaway today. So one person today will be winning. Let me see, where is it?
Are we showing it now?
Yeah, let's show it now. I'm going to show you what one person will win at the end of today. One is this t-shirt by Neo Manhattan. Bam! Oops, wrong way around. There we go. Look at that. Oh, is it backwards? It says calm down, it's just coffee. And it's got stylish coffee stains on it. It's an American company. And they gifted this to me kindly as a nice giveaway. So and this whole bag of Dimtu Hambella, delicious Ethiopian coffee that was featured last month in the mouthfeel edition. It's still good. It was roasted at the end of October, 26th of October, and it has 3 months. So we'd love to give this one away, this whole bag by Hillside Coffee Roasters. Really, really fantastic Ethiopian coffee. And finally, this amazing tote bag. I mean, it's a really quality one by Campbell and Syme. They are, if you know, this month replacement coffee roaster, because we were going to go with shot coffee roasters from the Netherlands with a very, very interesting coffee that had apple pie, I think cinnamon and stuff. But that coffee didn't arrive because UPS are awful. So we had to switch out and we changed to an English roaster again because we had no time. But they're a roaster I've always wanted to work with, Campbell and Syme. And I have to say, it's an amazing coffee. It's probably going to be some people's favorite coffee this month. So that's what can happen sometimes, is the replacement coffee can end up being the best one or just an unexpected surprise. I think there are only opportunities here at the Right Roast. When things happen like that, there are opportunities to just switch out and get another coffee. And I'm never going to choose something crap, in my view, so don't worry if I have last-minute changes. We got comments. Hi, everyone, says Mark. I'm working at the office, sadly, so just listening and watching you. Oh, that's really cool, though, that you can type as well, Mark. So you are with us. That's brilliant. And to everybody at Mark's work, Merry Christmas! Okay, everyone's ground, I think.
Brian is still grinding.
Brian, you're still grinding. Yes, sorry, Brian. We'll wait for you.
No, please go for it. It'll.
No. This is what I mean. But what's going on here? Natalie says number 2 smells amazing, and Jonathan says the smell of the Campbell and Son. You see, both saying number 2 is smelling amazing. Where's number 2?
That one.
This one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I noticed this the other day. Number 2 has this beautiful cake-like sweetness when it's ground, and then when you brew it, then all the surprises come through. But right now, oh, it's just amazing. Very warm, deep smell. What a difference. Number 1, though. Unbelievable. I wasn't expecting that. The aroma of number 1. Look, the dry aroma is already making me want to write stuff down on the card. Wow. Number 1. That's a surprise because I know the taste of the Akmel, and that's very different aroma to the taste. Hey! What a beautiful dog with the black patch on his eye. He's like a movie dog. Hello! What's his name?
This is Bailey. She's a girl.
Oh, hi, Bailey.
Bailey.
What a beauty. What breed is Bailey?
Well, she's mainly Jack Russell.
With a little bit of?
We don't know. She's a rescue, so we have 2
Bailey.
dogs, but the other one's asleep.
What a gorgeous dog. Hi, Bailey.
She's kind of annoyed because we're standing in the area where we prepare her food, and she doesn't understand why. She's fed.
You're standing there but not delivering food. You better feed her
No.
or she'll go all anxious. Number 3. Very subtle aroma, number 3. Very subtle. What are we talking about here? Chip. Wow. Well, Chip's coffee is incredible. So I'm surprised by the subtlety of the aroma. Every coffee seems to have this different journey. Doesn't matter. I could taste 4 coffees that taste very similar, but they're different coffees. But it's in the aroma. The journey to that taste is often very different, and I find that interesting. Again, very subtle. Number 4, Fjord. Fjord is also some people's absolute favorite, I think, in terms of the Christmas experience. Probably a hard one to beat. But again, very subtle aroma. Surprising that. So I'm going to write down based on the dry aroma. I'm going to put a little mark, and then I might change that once the coffee's once we've brewed. So quickly now, yeah. Okay, and very subtle and quite subtle. Really surprising. But that is going to be something to reflect on later. The strength and the boldness and the character of the taste versus the aroma. I did hear a while ago someone say that if the taste and if the journey from the aroma to the taste is very similar, that's a great sign. But I personally don't think that means coffees that differentiate from their smell to the taste are bad coffees. So let's get brewing. My kettle's nearly ready.
Yeah, kettle on.
Get your kettle boiled, and then we'll pour the 4 waters. Is ours not ready yet? Okay. I can't wait to try these.
I think Brian's about to.
Brian is ready, yeah?
Yep, you just got me.
Excellent. Okay.
So the kettle off boil.
Off boil? No, boil is fine.
Yeah.
Boil or off boil, just basically don't worry about temperature control. Everything about cupping is designed to be low tech, and there's at least a low tech solution. So if you don't have scales, you should always just pour the same amount of water. It's just everything being equal. That's why Nucket's kind of unusual choice to grind one of them differently isn't really the principles of cupping, but that's all right. Everybody's free to do whatever. The experience should be whatever you want it to be. I just recommend doing these sort of equalizations because cupping is also an educational process. It's mental training. You want to appreciate coffee later, and in the coming months, you want your appreciation for just a brewed coffee to increase. Then the cupping sessions, lead to that. Better sensory experience, better coffee, better life. 3, 2, 1, let's pour.
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Ready?
4 minutes.
Starting our timers. Now, pour. Kind of annoying to pour with a pour over kettle because you can't do it quickly. But still worth it. Love a pour over kettle. Does anybody try cooking food with a pour over kettle? Very irritating when you have to pour hot water quickly.
So it's 12 to 200.
It's 12 to 200. I don't need scales. These are cupping bowls, so they are basically pre-scaled if you fill them nearly to the top to be what you need. Okay. And they're fantastic cupping bowls. So well made, so well designed, and available now on our store. Okay. That's cup number 3. And cup number 4. I was going to put Christmas music in the background, but I think that will interfere with hearing my sound. So I'll keep it off. You guys feel free to play Christmas music in your homes. Okay. A little bit more. That's it.
Yep.
Now we wait. You can take a sneaky smell, but just don't touch your nose on the surface or break the surface. Of course, it's not going to release too much aroma yet.
Tell them that what you're gonna do after 4 minutes.
Okay, so after 4 minutes, we're going to do the breaking of the crust. Does everybody know does everybody have a good technique for that? Are you happy, or do you want me to talk you through a good way to break the surface? Rudy, have you done it before?
Yes, I've done it the last few times.
Ah, excellent. So you know how to do all the breaking and you got the technique right, yeah? Rudy's frozen. I thought he was listening to me, but your image is just frozen.
There we go. I'm back.
Sorry? I can't hear you.
Okay,
Can
I'm
you hear
back.
me, Rudy? Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Okay. Sorry, I was just wondering if you could tell us your technique, if you have a good way, you're good at it.
So I don't think I'm particularly good at it, but I'm starting to figure it out. Yeah,
Some people only use 1 spoon. You use 1 or 2?
I use 2 actually.
Excellent.
At least I found that helps. And sort of press towards the outside and then kind of scoop it in.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Everybody gets it. Brilliant.
Take aroma, yeah?
Yeah, but remember, Rudy, yes, when you break the surface, push backwards and forwards, or even scoop, because the idea is in that first moment, you want it all mixing up and you want to release as much of the aroma.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 things in once.
Yeah.
My grandmother, Mark Ziegler says, my grandmother asked to use my pour-over kettle to water her plants because she likes how you can pour with that. That's actually interesting. Why don't you show them, yeah, our old one. Yeah.
Show it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
And the new one, old and new. Okay, so we're nearly there. We've got 2 minutes left, and then it's going to be, yes, break the surface. Now, what I used to do, if that's the cup, is I used to just kind of push like that. But I then did a cupping session with some professionals for the London edition. And in that one, I remember James Bailey from Workshop Coffee. He likes to kind of scoop it right to the bottom, like he's spooning it up, mixing it up. And it was just because I didn't realize that breaking the surface is just this gentle way of having it fall. But why bother? Why not just, you really want to get it mixed up. That's the whole point. So here we go. I'm doing it now, yeah? Okay. Get your spoons ready. Let's do it. Okay. Break. But I don't spoon out, right?
Not yet.
No. So we don't spoon out. We just smell.
And smell it and then spoon out.
Oh, number 1. And then spoon it out, yeah?
Here's the water.
Okay. So you dip into 1 glass, have 2 glasses of water. 1 to dip clean, and then what's the other one? Oh, the other one's to drink. Rinse. Sorry, dip, rinse, and then go again. Oh, number 2, huh? How about that? I feel like I'm already drinking number 2 just by smelling it. Spoon it, remember, spoon it around, swirl it around. I'm not getting too much stuff on the surface, by the way.
No, it like dropped clean.
Really? It's unusual that, but it's dropping clean for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
The smell is great.
Yeah, same here.
So amazing.
Drop straight down.
Number 3, very mild aroma again. I'm really surprised. I'm shocked.
Turkish bloody coffee.
I really think number 3, it's got that real smell of like a Turkish coffee, like a Greek coffee.
It won't taste that way. I mean, I know what you mean, and I know the taste of a Turkish coffee, but I mean, they're quite heady, they're strong.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The mulled wine taste in this coffee was not insane. I didn't pick any coffees, I think, this time that are really, really crazy, overtly heady or anything. But yeah. Nice, nice. Number 4.
I get the kind of winey spiced rum on number 4.
Oh, yeah? Let's see. Definitely. Oh, wow. I'm getting like Christmas cake on number 4. That sort of alcohol-infused Christmas cake.
Rum cake. Yep.
Rum cake. Definitely rum cake.
Yeah, boozy was the first thing I said with number 4.
Yeah.
But again, when I brewed this live with the roaster the other day, didn't get that sort of boozy effect. I got more of the sweet sort of rum and cake. What else? Figs. Yeah, the figs really were pushed forward with I think recipes with number 4 are really going to affect what you taste more. So yeah, I think if you brew it maybe immersion brew, you're going to get more of the rum. Like a cupping is similar to an immersion brew. So you will taste probably more of that rum and boozy notes. Whereas if you brew it in a drip pour over, you might get more of the figs, a sweeter cup. So this is already very interesting. Right, surface is cleaned. Now we wait another 5 minutes or so. It's 10 minutes in total.
6 minutes left.
6 left. And then we get sipping. And remember, just sipping the coffees isn't enough. The whole point of a cupping session and these notes that you're going to write down is so you analyze what you're tasting and then remember afterwards what you went through. And by committing it to paper, you are also committing it to memory. You are structuring your tasting thoughts. And that will allow you to have it's an exercise. And your brain will do that very quickly when you taste a coffee later. So by doing this exercise, one day when you're in a cafe and somebody puts an amazing coffee in front of you, your sensory knowledge and muscles, so to speak, will have been exercised to the point where you go, wow, now I'm tasting 10 new things and I'm getting so much more pleasure from my coffee thanks to those wonderful cupping sessions. Okay, so we have how many minutes left?
Still maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes. Okay.
So once we start, what's going to happen?
Once we start tasting, we'll go through mouthfeel, acidity, body, finish, and flavor notes. It's something that I've realized is better done quickly at the beginning because the coffee's temperature is dropping all the time. So if I was to spend too long just sipping number 1 and then writing down the mouthfeel, thinking, sipping it again, and then doing the acidity, the other 3 are getting colder and are missing their chance to be tasted at that temperature. Also, comparative analysis is important. Something can only be appreciated or analyzed rather when it's held up against something else. And that's really important. So we're going to sip one, quickly right down the mouthfeel, then sip the other. Some people just go sip, wait, and then they write down. So you choose whether you want to sip all four and then go through all four mouthfeels, or sip one and write, sip another and write. I kind of was doing sip and then write, but I think today I'm going to try and do it all four to push that sort of taste bud stimulation experience. I really want to exercise that muscle, and I'm just trying to copy the professionals, and I see the professionals, the way they do it. They have a really weird slurping sound. And then they go right, and then right, and then right. That's kind of how I want to do it today. Copy. I won't make those stupid slurping sounds, but at that rhythm. So we can just kind of think, analyze. And then when you commit it to memory, you can move on. And when you look back, you'll sort of go, oh, I see. Patterns emerge and things like that. It's a great kind of symbiosis of taste buds, analysis, experience.
So once that's done, we are gonna do flavor notes, and then we want
Yes.
people to shout out.
The flavor note part is where we want to hear all of you shouting out stuff. Oh, blueberries. Oh, this. Oh, that. But not too soon. We won't do that too soon because we know that flavor notes, it's a big deal, flavor notes. And the whole thing with the coffee club is I'm trying to hide them from you as long as possible. And I keep sort of promoting new coffees and saying, hey, next month we're going to have this coffee. And I'm about to tell you that it's got this taste or that taste, but I don't want to go there because once I say this coffee is a delicious coffee with the taste of blueberries, then trust me, your brain can't help it. It will go looking for those blueberries. And we just must hold off on doing that as long as possible. And you experience it yourself. Every morning, I try to have 1 cup of coffee because my lovely wife can also brew. So I get her to brew my first coffee in the morning, and I ask her not to tell me what it is. I don't want to know where it's from or what it is, what origin. And then I'll just enjoy that first cup in a very blind sensory experience. And by not knowing what it is, I usually get it wrong. I never know what origin or whatever, but I'm enjoying that kind of discovery moment because the difference between having a cup of coffee brewed to you where you don't know what it is and one where you do is it's a big difference. Give it a go. Just get some of your partner to brew you a coffee, surprise one. If you have obviously more than one coffee at home, if you only have one kind, then you're going to know what it is. But make sure you've got a few and then have a surprise coffee brewed for you and just take it all in. Go, what am I tasting? Why? Where could it be from? You'll probably get it wrong, but you'll learn a lot. Sorry, what? Natalie, we haven't scrapped the scum yet. Do it! We did it. We already did it. Don't worry, though. It's been steeping, so don't worry, Natalie. Sorry. How long have we got left?
It's 45 seconds.
45 seconds. Right. Anybody have any questions or any extra points they want to make? This is the silliest, most uncomfortable hat. There we go.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're loving that. There we go. Coolio. Look at that. So, Nugget, what else have you been designing lately, huh? You can coffee bags, right? Onyx and another one today I saw.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mr. Wonka.
From Doha, a coffee company.
Italian chocolate factory.
So cool. You busy girl. Right, the countdown. What?
You're gonna design something special for I'm Not a Barista.
Really?
I'm doing that. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm excited to see that then. Okay, the countdown is done. We're ready. Grab a spoon. Grab a note. Grab a pen. Let's do it. Okay, so you've got your glass of water as well to clean the spoon, right? No cross-contamination. Let's do it. Rudy, get your game face on. Let's do it. Okay. Here we go. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So feel free to shout out any comments, any questions, any feedback. Let the chaos commence. Go. Okay. Okay, I'm sipping one. I'm cleaning the glass. I'm sipping another. And the number 3.
That spoon is so great, and I call spoon is so great.
Hey!
Yay.
Spoon.
it.
She's measuring her spoons. You see? Look at that. Calibration all the way. Okay, I've done all 4. Which one stuck out the strongest? I think it's obvious, right? Okay. That was an interesting way to do it. Okay.
Okay. Usually this takes a lot of time. So I'm gonna time it.
Aiko's going to time it just to move it along. Okay, all 4 at once didn't help with mouthfeel, so I'm going to try again. I forgot what number 1 was like. Okay, mouthfeel. I think it's because it's not a strength question. If it's a question of strength, then all 4, and then you'll remember which one punched through. But this is about clean versus cloudy, so different. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Number 2. Interesting. Now, when I say clean, I want you to think of it as not clean, more clear, because all these coffees are clean. Clean in some ways means that the beans are great quality. They've been picked right, they've been processed right, and so the taste is super clean without any defects or nastiness. In terms of mouthfeel, what I really mean by clean is clear, the opposite of cloudy. So just think about it in those terms. Give it a good slurp. I'm not hearing much slurping going on. Slurping means oxygen is going into your sips, and aerating the sip exaggerates the flavor. There you go. Wow. Number 2, so delicious. I'm tempted to just gulp it.
So, difference between mouthfeel and body.
Okay, good question. Mouthfeel is a very difficult one. Mouthfeel can mean so many things, but it's just the sort of atmosphere in your mouth. Is it sticky? Is it light? Is it heavy? Not heavy, sorry. The heaviness would be the body. The body is how fat in the mouth, how full. Is it a chunky feeling, or is it a light body? Does it feel just almost like air? I don't know why. Again, it's a mouthfeel description. So body, you could say, is just another aspect of mouthfeel, but in a kind of grid thing, one up, down, and one left, right. So you're just splitting those 2 aspects of mouthfeel into that. So great question. Right.
They all seem pretty clean to me.
Exactly. It's a really difficult one to ascertain as to cloudy or clean, but they're all on the clean side. It's just which one is even more clear then. Some will be minor differences, some might be big differences. You'll notice that at the end. Okay. Acidity.
Speed.
Ooh-wee. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Shall I say my opinion on the acidity? Okay, I will, because they're not going to change it. In my opinion, you don't change yours, but in my opinion, the acidity seems to progressively get lower from number 1 to number 4. I sort of had very high, then medium, and quite low, and then low. So that's an interesting pattern, but that's just me. Okay, body. And you see what you're doing when you do this cupping is you're also focusing on one thing at a time. And the idea of doing that, you wouldn't do that when you're tasting a coffee. Your brain would never engage this way. So by forcing you to split the analysis into these individual elements, that's where the exercise comes in, because you're now just, when you sip a coffee, only thinking about one thing at one time, which makes you analyze what you're tasting in a way that you just don't do when you drink coffee for pleasure. Even though there is a lot of pleasure in doing it. Wow. Okay, number. Oh no, body. Yeah, body. Wow, very light. Surprisingly light body. Is anybody spitting the coffee out? I'm curious. Nope. Morgan's like, no way. Nope. Everybody's nope. Okay. Just so you know, that's a rare thing. In a cupping professionals, they spit. I guess they're drinking all day, though. If we were to do this all day, we'd definitely be spitting it out.
Nugget was doing it.
Ah, Nugget. Okay. Right.
Okay, I think we have to move on.
Right. Oh, so silky. Number 4. Right. I want to include that. I think in the future is the mouthfeel. Maybe create different parameters like silky or whatever the opposite of silky is. But tell me what you think. Number 4 has this lovely kind of silkiness that I'm not experiencing with the others. Is that my imagination?
Yeah, true.
What do you think, Rudy? Number 4, silky.
Number 4. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I did one round and then I kind of struggled to figure it out. As soon as you mentioned that one, that one as silky, kind of landed, and I'm kind of tasting my way through the others to kind of compare it.
Right. Now, what you just experienced is why you need to do these cuppings more often, because when somebody says something and it connects, you'll find it easier to do that in the future.
Exactly.
Once you make those connections, they don't go away. The ability to make those connections.
Temperature is going down.
Temperature's going down, yeah. So make sure you get all 4 at all temperatures.
Flavors.
Just going to finish. Long finish. It's best to clean your mouth out when you're doing finish. A little sip of water between each. It's very hard to analyze finish when you're still tasting another coffee. So clean. Obviously, number 2 is going to have quite a short finish. And obviously, number 3 is going to be a bit longer. But again, I'm surprised by how short these finishes are. Have we got any natural coffees today?
Number 1 is anaerobic, and number 4 is natural.
There we go.
2 and 3 is washed.
Such a clean natural, though. Okay, flavor notes, guys. Fire them out.
Number 1.
Mark Ziega, feel free to type on the screen any flavor notes you're getting. Everybody type them, but go for it. Hit me with them. Because, if the more creative flavor notes that you come up with, that excites me. So when somebody says, I'm tasting burnt orange that's been rolled in oatmeal, and if I get that, I'm excited.
I'm tasting ripe orange.
Oh, who said ripe orange? Jonathan?
Yes.
On what? Which one?
The first one.
Ooh, okay, let's see. Ripe orange.
But I already smelled the smell of ripe orange before tasting, so maybe my brain has it programmed already.
Yeah, that's okay. Smell. A lot of taste a lot of smell is called retro taste, because your nose and your taste buds, they're very connected. They're all doing very similar things. So if you've ever tried to taste something by blocking your nose, you'll notice that you can't taste it as much because smell is involved in the taste. So do expect similarities to happen. Great. So what am I tasting?
Very spicy, in my opinion.
Which one? Number 1?
Number 1.
Yeah, that's another thing, guys. I want you all to vote for, at the end, which coffee has the most amount of spice. That could be an interesting thing as well.
Christmas.
Which one is the most Christmassy or most Christmas spicy? Okay.
I can't put my finger on it, but I am getting fruitiness in number one.
Fruity, but you can't tell what fruit. So
Yeah,
your brain has to go through that, Morgan. You have to go, right, I've got fruit. Remember the flavor wheel?
Yeah.
So now it's what kind of fruit? So Morgan, you said fruity. Would you say it's citrus fruit that you're tasting?
No, more of a tropical fruit.
Tropical. So out of tropical,
I'm getting segments of nectarine in a room warmed by candlelight and the faint smell of a cinnamon log.
I really shouldn't have said the most weird flavor notes are welcome. Of course, Gary's going to take up the challenge. Right. Just write that one down.
I see what Morgan's saying with the tropical fruit. I wonder if there's a bit of like papaya there.
Yeah, maybe mango or papaya, some sort of soft tropical fruit.
Yeah, you know how papaya has that just ever so slight, very slight bitter thing on the end. Not bitter, but just not as sweet as like a mango.
Look, you're not wrong. I definitely get something tropical. Papaya, yeah, maybe that hint of something. Is it not spicy papaya, but it has a kick?
Yeah, almost. It is almost spicy, I think.
Right. So,
Yeah.
nice one. Okay.
I think nutmeg and clove, all the spice.
Number 2. Come on, guys. Hit me with your flavor notes.
Number 2.
Yeah. That cake-like sweetness is always there. I love that.
What is this?
Definitely got an apple acidity.
Yeah, little tartness.
Uh-huh.
But it's kind of like it's stewed out, like baked apples.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true.
Stewed
Nice.
apples.
You see, that's great. Baked apples as opposed to just apples. Boom.
It's
Maybe
like
it's
that. It's like that apple coffee cake you get without the spice, like the non-overly spiced, like kind of cakey business, a little char, a little apple bits.
Yeah, I agree. I wish we had those cakes in England. I know the one you're talking about, Brian. Those lovely coffee cakes, apple cakes, as hostess type cakes.
Lovely.
It's incredible coffee.
Number 2.
Yeah, it is. It's very good.
Really? Yeah, Campbell and Syme are wonderful. And Rwandan coffees, just so you know, that's what got me excited about specialty coffee, about single origins. When I first tasted a Rwandan coffee, it was so complex, so layered, that I realized for the first time how much coffee can be like wine. Rwanda.
There's
Number
something
3.
a little bit boozy in number 2, I think, as well. A little bit, maybe sweet sherry.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me pick up some of that.
So it's candy-like.
I agree with both of you. You can get the sherry thing, but candy-like sweetness, the cake-like candy or something. Yeah. Candy
Almost
sweetness.
Kenyan. Number 2.
That's true. Almost a Kenyan.
It's very unusual for Rwanda.
Number 3 is quite surprising me right now because it was supposed to have this kind of mulled wine taste, but it's more sort of cake sweetness at the moment.
Number 3.
I taste hop in number 3 for some
Right.
reason.
Hoppy. Interesting. Write all this down, guys. This is so interesting. Right.
Hoppy, yeah, I get the hoppy.
Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah, same here.
But it's definitely Christmassy. You have to love that all 4 of these coffees, if you think about it, Morgan and Brian will know this, being American. For years, America have had Christmas coffees that had vanilla, nutmeg, cloves, whatever flavor of Christmas you wanted, you could get in a coffee. But they weren't natural. They were always infused with these chemical flavors. Right now, you're tasting all these incredible Christmas flavors that are just coming through due to processing and terroir. Nothing more. That's incredible. The coffee bean is just an incredible fruit.
I can get a bit of walnut in number 3.
Yes.
Yeah, I get the nuttiness as well.
Very true.
Lovely.
Well done, Natalie. See, you hit something like that and then suddenly everybody's tasting it.
I'm getting a bit of cranberry, but I don't know if that's completely off the mark.
No,
No,
nothing is
I
wrong. Nothing is wrong.
Yeah.
Whatever you taste taste buds can be like collective, but also incredibly subjective. So you have to never believe that what you're tasting is wrong. It's also memory. Just know that it's also memory. If you hear somebody tasting something that you can't taste, it might be that you haven't eaten that food, so your brain can't connect with the memory of that taste.
What about the mothballed beard of a former Father Christmas?
I don't want to taste that.
No.
Me either. Yeah,
I
Rudy, I got
can
the
see-
same, like maybe a tart cherry or cranberry.
Tart cherry.
Yeah, like a proper cranberry, not what we think of as like cranberry sauce, but
Right.
the proper sharp cranberry.
Okay. Is this number 3, by the way? We're talking about still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 3.
Cranberry.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's a high note, but it's there.
Mm.
The subtleties in all 4 of these coffees. So if you want, you could spend ages on just one coffee and really dive into it and find loads of flavors. But what's great is they're all tasting brilliant cold. Nothing is becoming unpleasant.
Now number 4.
Remember that, guys. When you're drinking your coffees in the future, a cold coffee reveals the truth. So if you end up with one of your brews tasting not very good cold, or it can sometimes reveal that the coffee was quite roasty or just not a very complex one, the cold coffee at the end will reveal the truth about the quality of that coffee, in my opinion.
Please help me with number 4.
Number 4, guys. Hit me with your flavor notes.
It has something dry, but I cannot find the right flavor description.
It's making me think of chocolate Brazils, which is very Christmassy, but you know, like that just how Brazil nuts are kind of have a tiny bit of bitterness, but not too much, but there's but like chocolate Brazils.
And Jonathan, what did you say?
It tastes really dry. Sometimes if you taste wine, red wine, it can also be like very tannin and really dry on your tongue. And this one has a sting for me, and I cannot describe which flavor it is.
You can't, are you stuck between 2 different things, or you just can't get to the flavor description?
I think it's something nutty because it's quite dry on the tongue, but I'm not sure if it's walnut or chestnut maybe.
Yeah, no.
think
Figs are the way they describe it on their bag. I shouldn't say this.
What do they say?
Figs.
Big.
Figs.
Figs and walnuts.
I think figs are, do they mean like dried figs, do you think, or fresh?
I don't know. They never said dried or fresh, so I just think it's up to you.
Aren't they?
I
Yeah.
think Andy's right with the Brazil nut.
Yeah,
I really
Brazil
do.
or walnut. I'm not getting figs personally.
I'm
I'm
getting something.
but I'm not tasting it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what you mean. It's confusing me because the nuts are there, but the other flavors are sort of influencing. It could be one kind of nut or another.
It's got Brazil nut, chocolate Brazil nut.
I just don't know what a Brazil nut.
It's quite mulled winey in as much as it's still got the kind of, it's not as sweet as like a fortified wine,
Right.
but it's got some spices going on. So it's kind of like a mulled wine, you know, which can still be quite acidic in a way.
Yeah, you've touched upon something interesting there. The sweetness level. It's not as sweet as the others, and that makes it.
What I notice with this one as well is if you've left too many cloves in whatever you're making, that kind of like tangy, like mouthfeel.
Yeah.
I get that a lot.
Boom! I like that, Rudy. Yes, that sort of leftover sensation of the clove effect. Yeah, nice. Which again is really incredible how Christmassy these coffees are, and they're 4 different origins. I mean, what we're talking about here, we got one from Ethiopia, one from Rwanda, one from Nicaragua, and an El Salvador. And the other 4th one would have been a Costa Rica with the cinnamon. So it really doesn't matter what origin these days.
Yeah.
Will determine a Christmas coffee. You can just, it's processing and I don't know, the luck of these origins being really good for these sort of flavors. I think a roaster told me that it's kind of lucky that some of these origins end up in season at Christmas, because they you would have Christmas coffees otherwise in July or something.
Should we go through the flavor notes on the back?
Would it be interesting to you to hear the flavor notes on the bag, the actual?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it then. Okay.
That's
So,
Danish though.
oh God, Akmel. Akmel is, who speaks Danish here?
You can do it, Tim.
Intense mud lurker, sear sodium balance, aroma of chocolate. I think that's chocolate. Criderier, whatever the hell that is.
Where's Google Translate?
Jordbur or papaya. Papaya.
Yeah.
Who said
Papaya.
papaya?
Hey.
Boom. Whatever a jordbur is. Yeah, Aiko can translate that for us.
What was the first one?
What was the first one?
Chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. Chocolade. Criderier.
Yeah.
Here we go. I've got a live translating app. Spices. Chocolate, spices, strawberries, and papaya.
Oh, your bear.
Yobber. I
Yeah.
see. Not jodbear.
But
Okay.
papaya, yeah.
Who said papaya the first?
Me.
Boom. Okay. So that's great. Strawberry. I want to taste it again now. You see, that's why I don't put the
Yeah.
flavor notes on.
Yeah, because now I can taste strawberry.
Amazing. And even if you can't, you just sort of believe the roaster sometimes. That trust in the professional is what I kind of want to eliminate, because it's too influential. You've got to get there by yourself as much as possible. Okay. Coffee number 2. The actual flavor notes are spiced apples.
Yes.
Vanilla. Jammy.
What? Jelly?
I personally think there's a lot more. And when I spoke with them live, I said that only 2 flavor notes, spiced apples and vanilla, is really not doing a coffee like this justice. A Rwandan complex coffee deserves 5, 6, 7 flavor notes. It's just that each roaster has a different way of profiling. Some roasters, you'll have noticed that we had in our coffee club. Have you heard of Coffea Circular? Have you guys heard of them? Oh my God. You'll never see more information on a coffee bag. The guy breaks it down into aroma, taste, aftertaste, type of acidity, type of balance. He's very descriptive. And then other roasters like this just want to put 1 or 2 flavor notes. They don't really want to influence you too much. So just know that if you see just 2 flavor notes on the bag, that doesn't mean there's only 2. They just wanted to give you the kind of abbreviated description. Okay, Don Isidro, Nicaragua. Mulled wine, cherry pie, jasmine. Interesting, huh? Cherry pie and jasmine. Let's see number 3.
I didn't get jasmine at all.
Damn it, now I taste jasmine. Morgan's like, no way. Come on, there's jasmine. It's not too sweet. The non-sweetness in the coffee, to me, is the jasmine.
I'll take your word for it.
And finally, number 4.
We already said
We
it.
said it. Walnut, figs, and spiced rum. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to point to the one that I think, or just hold your fingers up and show us which one you think is the most Christmassy coffee.
So show the bag, yeah?
Yeah, hold up the bag of the coffee you think is the most Christmassy. The most sort of Christmassy. Not yet. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go.
No, I think number 4.
Oh, everybody's number 2 except Natalie and I and Brian.
No, Brian.
It's a split between 4 and 2. Mark Ziegler, what bag are you holding up? Number 4. Who says number 4? You? Who's you? You is me?
Yes, you, yeah.
How strange. Okay. So
I love number 2, but I think number 4 is more Christmassy.
exactly. If I'm not picking my favorite, I'm just picking
No.
the one I think it just has so much Christmassiness in it. Wow. So number 2, the replacement coffee. An excellent lesson there for me to never panic about replacing coffees because it's more Christmassy than the rest and probably everybody's favorite. And it was almost not going to be in the set. Amazing. We've done the flavor notes. We've done that.
So let's
Done the
remind
cupping.
The stars.
The stars, yeah, don't forget. I had to remind some of you last time to put your ratings down. Rate the coffees because this will then get collected and then posted. And the roasters themselves, well, I think they really love that part, learning where their coffee was rated by all of you. And put your names on the tasting cards and the name of the edition, just so we don't get confused because we like to screenshot them and collect all that. Mark Ziegler, did you hear me? Come on, pick your most Christmassy coffee. He's probably too busy working. Amazing. Right. So anybody have any other questions or any points you want to make? We're going to wrap up. I'll have to decide on who the winner is as well. Are we going to announce? Yes? We'll decide the winner. Difficult to decide. Should we do it on random? Can you do it on the wheel? I think we'll do it on the wheel. So we've got this app that can just randomly choose one winner because I love you all. I think you all equally participated.
So I need time for that.
No offense to Mark Ziegler and Nucket, but I will just pick out of the 5 people who I saw today. Mark is a winner last month and Nucket is a winner every month. So you guys will be the only ones on this wheel of decision now. Exciting.
No.
What's everyone doing for Christmas? Family and friends? Or just family? Nice. Make sure you've got great coffee. And you all know what the next edition is, right? Boozy. Don't be frightened by that. Again, I would be. I mean, if I was trusting someone else to select 4 coffees that are boozy. Because boozy coffees tend to be the most heady, difficult coffees to enjoy on an everyday level. If you think of like a session coffee as being a nice, easy coffee you can drink. Boozy coffees can be at the other end of the scale often, where they're just, ooh, that was really interesting, but I don't think I want to drink it again. But no, we're going to pick delicious boozy coffees that are going to be 4 different aspects of what boozy means. So looking forward to that next month. And can't say any more about that, really. Anything else I can reveal for next month, Aiko?
Sorry.
Oh, I will say this. We are going to be releasing, for anybody who's on the taster set, well, for anybody actually, because we know we've got a taster set, which lets you enjoy 50 grams of each, and the whole bags, like Morgan gets to enjoy full whole bags. But for people who want that in between, we're releasing the Tasty Box, which is going to be just like the taster set, but 100 grams in each. So that's going to be a great way to enjoy everything and not run out of coffee too soon. Brilliant. And it'll be very reasonably priced, something around the £30 mark. So it actually works out at good value for money. The taster set being obviously the most expensive in terms of how much coffee you get, but the lowest price. That's just the way people.
Great idea.
Yeah, it is a great idea.
Excellent. We're ready. Let's do it. I'll do it right in front of camera. Okay. Flavor wheel. Winner's wheel. Right. Okay. How do I do this? So what do I press?
You just have to
Touch the wheel?
I think so.
Okay. Draw numbers. Spin. There we go.
Spinning.
Who's the winner? Natalie.
Yay!
Sorry, guys.
Congrats.
There we go. Natalie's the winner. Congratulations, Natalie. A whole bag of this. Campbell Time bag.
Hooray! Thank you.
This bizarro coffee stain t-shirt that I hope you like. Hey, the dog.
Hey, dogs! A little dog.
Everybody's got their dogs today. That's fantastic. Guys, this has been a great cupping. Thank you all for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed this edition. Send us feedback. We really want to improve the service and make it as kind of rewarding experience for everybody as possible. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Rudy,
Merry Christmas,
Morgan,
everyone.
Brian.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Great
Thanks,
addition.
everyone.
Echo, thank you.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.